welcome to our, I don't want to say it's our special May 15th edition, but we do have a bonus guest with us tonight, Luke and his daughter, Lilu.
Hi.
Hey, Don. Good to see you. Good to be back.
Feels like it's been forever since we did this. So we are kind of following paths with the last 4 episodes that we just did, which was our Star Wars specials. Hopefully everybody enjoyed those little mini episodes. I know I had fun doing them. Luke, did you have fun?
Oh, yeah, I had an absolute blast. I love Star Wars, and it was enjoyable going through all the movies and just talking about our favorite stuff, and it was really fun.
So obviously we couldn't do another Star Wars movie, so we did the next best thing.
Spaceballs. It surprises me how some Star Wars fans don't like Spaceballs, and I love them both. I love the fact that they make fun of it. It's great.
Well, it's not just a parody of Star Wars. When Mel Brooks made this, it was meant to be a Mel Brooks parody on the whole space opera type movie.
Yeah,
obviously
sci-fi opera space movie.
A lot of it is Star Wars.
Yeah.
And
but there's like you said, there's a lot of other movies that he references throughout the whole movie.
Oh yeah. I was really happy because just digging into the normal background stuff that I usually do when we have these conversations, I found out a lot of stuff that I didn't know. So in fact, let's just start with a big fan of this movie, George Lucas.
Really? I didn't know that. That's cool.
Me neither.
Mel Brooks approached him with the idea, and George loved the idea under one condition: no merchandise.
Oh.
Which is why
he talks about merchandising.
Such a running gag in the movie.
Merchandising.
Spaceballs. The Zoom background. So in fact,
that's funny.
We actually have unused, I don't want to really say lost, but unused Star Wars footage in this movie. Did you know that?
I did not know that. What scene is that?
See, I almost thought about making a clip to show you, but I'm not.
Okay.
When they
are going to tell us though, right?
Oh, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
When they do the escape pod scenes and you see the escape pod shoot out from the internal camera scene, doesn't that feel like it was straight out of Star Wars?
Yeah, because it was
unused Star Wars footage.
That's pretty cool.
That they reused over and over again. So basically, it's that internal shot of when they shot the droids out.
Right.
It was just a different angle.
That's cool.
So not only that, do you know who else did the special effects on this movie?
Jim Henson, Frank Oz.
Special effects, and you go.
Oh, I don't know. Lucas. I'm sorry. Skywalker's
Light and Magic.
Yeah. I was just drawing blanks there. Like I was thinking the puppets for some reason,
So yes, Industrial Light and Magic did it. Believe it or not, in 1987 money, it was $5 million worth of special effects shots in this movie.
Hey, that's a lot of money.
Well, it's about 1/5 of the overall budget for this whole film.
Yeah, that's a lot.
No kidding.
So now I'm just curious, Lilu, did you catch where the Millennium Falcon is in this movie?
I
saw it.
So.
What? You didn't see it?
Yeah.
No.
I also found out, slightly unrelated, if you watch Star Trek First Contact,
Uh-huh.
when everybody's attacking the Borg ship.
Yeah.
In a blink and you'll miss it scene, there is a Millennium Falcon.
Oh, I heard about that too.
Wow,
It's like I've just blown your daughter's mind.
Yeah, my mind's blown right now.
Was it, so I want to make
that.
sure I got the scene right. Wasn't it when they pull up with the Winnebago to the gas station place, if you will? Wasn't the Falcon sitting on the side there?
Mel's gas station.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think I did. I think I actually did it one time. I think yeah, Dad pointed out for me, and now I know.
Yes, that is the scene. So I'm sorry, it was Gus's grill. So now we all know who did the voice of Pizza the Hut, right? Okay, Lulu, you
who
get it
doesn't?
past. You're too young.
Wasn't it Dom DeLuise?
It is the great Dom DeLuise.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's a little out of your time.
You might be more familiar with his sons. Did you ever let her watch Sequest?
No, I don't think so.
Stargate SG-1?
I hadn't. No.
You're missing.
Not yet. Not yet.
He's old enough for SG-1.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, what did you think of that suit?
It looked
Did it look like pizza?
Well, it was melting.
It looked cheesy.
It almost more reminded me of like the Raiders of the Lost Ark face melting scene.
It looked cheesy. That's what it looked like. Cheesy.
That's because there actually was a pepperoni pizza.
Oh, was it?
There was 2 different special effect guys who had to wear the suit. And the first guy literally overheated, so a second guy had to go in and finish the shots.
Oh, wow.
But literally that thing is covered in basically pizza sauce, melting cheese, and pepperoni under heat lamps. And that's why it looks so ooey.
Hey, it's so like gooey and glistening. Well, then that.
Just imagine being in this suit like that.
Oh gosh. The other guy starts eating him. Like you see him take it, like eat it.
Oh, like the robot
Yeah.
guy? The robot guy? I don't know his name though. I can't remember.
In fact, there were a few times they had to stop shooting and remove the lamps because the pizza itself was starting to smoke in the back.
Those lamps are surprisingly pretty dang hot. So.
Oh yeah. So here's an interesting thing I bet you didn't know. How many puppeteers did it take to control Barf?
I'm gonna say 10.
No, I was gonna say 3.
2.5. I give credit to John Candy, but technically he's the actor who just happens to have the control in his hand. But it took 2 puppeteers,
Right.
one for each ear, and John actually.
So I was thinking John Candy too. Is one for the tail and people for the ears.
John was controlling the tail, so anytime we had a wide shot with the tail wagging,
yeah,
you never see John's hands when it's doing that. That's because he had a little remote in his hand.
Or he could wait. Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know. I just guessed.
It was a good, fine guess. But yeah, it's just funny to think. One for each ear.
Yeah.
And what a trooper. The whole time he was doing this, he was wearing a 30-pound battery pack across his back.
Holy cow.
And anybody who's heard the stories about John Candy, he's the utmost just professional on screen or on stage. Never complained about it.
Jeez.
So.
Yeah, I mean, There's not a lot of actors I think you get to do that and play that character, but John, he was, like you said, ultimate professional.
He absolutely was. Now, funny, I thought it was cool that Joan Rivers wasn't originally scheduled to be in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you notice in the credits, there's obviously somebody else in the suit.
Oh, yeah.
She's a classically trained mime.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't her in the suit. I just figured she was the voice actor for it.
Well, what happened is during editing, Mel asked Joan to come in and write some jokes for Dot Matrix that they could dub in. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. Not only did she do that, then she voiced all of them.
With the whole character. That's pretty cool.
And that's how we got the brilliant Joan Rivers as Dot Matrix.
That's cool.
Now, Lulu, do you know what a Dot Matrix printer is?
No, but I know the character from Spaceballs. She's like kind of similar to like in the actual Star Wars movie, like C-3PO, but a girl version of it.
Yeah. The dot matrix printer was something we had a long time ago that would go.
There are still businesses that use the dot matrix.
Oh, I know. Actually, I won't name names, but a couple of lumberyards that I work with still have a few dot matrix printers that I'm like, oh my Lord.
I can think of a few tire shops that still use it just because it's.
Yeah.
So, and it has a very distinctive print sound.
Yeah, it does.
So, now, do you know what the original movie title was to it? Because it wasn't Spaceballs.
Oh, I have no idea. Like Star, I don't know. Star something though?
Starbase?
Nope. You will never guess it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, no way. What is it?
Space Base? I don't know.
Planet Moron.
That's pretty good. Planet Moron.
That is funny, I gotta say. That was pretty funny.
But Mel's just didn't feel right using Planet Moron, partly because in the same year that it was coming out, there was a sci-fi-ish movie out of the UK that came out that same year, and it was Morons from Space.
Oh, yeah, that would have just...
So he really wanted to include space, but he just didn't know what to call it. And he was having a meeting with his two assistants and spilled coffee on himself and yelled, "Balls!" And yeah, not only did he spill the coffee, he spilled inspiration.
Yeah, I love how like it's Spaceballs because it's Spaceballs City and they're the Spaceballs people. You know, it's like
once they figured out the title, they ran with it.
They totally did.
So, all right, so that's how we got that. So, surprisingly, do you know who wrote the novelization based off of the screenplay?
No idea. No clue.
He is a very famous young adult novelist.
Yeah. Not a big reader here.
Yes, think about middle school. What did everybody read? What?
John Grisham?
No, middle school.
I don't know.
Not the advanced readers, the regular readers.
Yeah, I was down reading comic books still, so.
I mean,
do you read any of the Goosebump series?
I did not.
No.
But have you heard of R.L. Stine?
Yeah.
R.L. Stine wrote the book.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I remember R.L. Stein. I'm not a big reader. Obviously, I like watching movies.
All the time, Dad. All the time.
So I found something funny. It took me like 4 different behind the scene interviews and videos to get through this, but there were 2 other actors that Mel Brooks really, really wanted for Lone Star.
Really?
Yes.
Was one of them Kurt Russell?
No.
Because it feels like a Kurt.
No.
You know, that's why I thought that for some reason.
Here's a hint. Tom.
What'd you say?
Tom.
Tom Hanks?
That's one. Or
I guess I could see that maybe, but
Jim Carrey.
no.
I mean, he's a comedian.
What about Patrick Swayze?
No. Still Tom.
Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
No way.
Tom
He
Hanks.
wanted either Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise to play Lone Star.
I could see Hanks over Cruise. Hanks is funny, but I don't know if, well, although, I mean, Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder is hilarious. So
Yeah. So, unfortunately, he was crushed that both Toms said no. And then we get Pullman, and the reason he got it, he had never seen Star Wars, so he had no idea the source material that they were making fun of.
That's crazy. I mean, you think about when they made that, and Star Wars came out in '77, and he'd never seen it.
Well, yeah, it's weird. And not only that, it's 87 when they're filming. So just 2 years prior, we had Return of the Jedi.
No, and Empire Strikes. Yeah, the whole trilogy was out. How do you not see any of them? That's crazy. Huh? Maybe he made that stuff up to get the part. I don't know what that is.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of great scenes throughout these movies.
Yeah.
Or this movie, I should say, not these. Did anybody catch let's call it the 3 Star Trek references or actors?
Star Trek actors.
Star Trek references and or actors.
Oh, one of the references was Snotty, wasn't his name in it?
Yes.
He beamed me twice last night or so.
Yes. So Snotty obviously is a reference to Scotty.
Yeah.
And he outright says, I don't know about this beaming stuff. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? It worked on Star Trek. Why not?
Yeah, he says that. Yeah.
That's true. But there is a Star Trek actor in this movie.
Huh.
I've never seen Star Trek in a while, so
at least we finished that in a while.
Is it in the restaurant scene at the end? Star Trek actor? Okay. Because I know what movie they're referencing there, but
we'll be getting to that one here soon too.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Remember when they're combing the desert?
Oh yeah. yes.
And they come up on the 2 Spaceballs with the pick.
Yeah.
And he says, "We ain't found
crap." Yeah, thanks to the.
Yeah, that actor is Tim Russ. Tim Russ is better known as Lieutenant Commander Tuvok on Voyager. He also played Tuvok in the flashback episode where Sulu was on an episode of Voyager.
Oh, huh.
And he was on the bridge crew of the Enterprise B during Star Trek Generations.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So there is another Star Trek tie-in.
Huh.
So, but since we've already talked about John Hurt's scene there at the end,
Yeah.
Mel calls John up. Hey, you want to do a cameo in my sci-fi parody movie? John's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Figuring, yeah, I'll come in, say, oh God, not again, or whatever, single line,
Yeah.
and I'm out.
Yeah.
It took 6 hours to get everything set up to do that scene.
Well, and it surprised me, the gal behind him, they tried to make look like Sigourney Weaver too.
Oh, everybody around there looks like
the whole thing looks like
the original Aliens.
Yeah, exactly. They did a pretty dang good job with it. I mean, making of Alien.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So after the movie was out and stuff, he said, I spent so much time there, I should have got a salary. So now, did you know there is a limited edition, gold edition of Spaceballs on DVD?
No, I didn't.
It has a very special alternative audio track.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Remember the Dinks?
Yeah. Ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're almost like the dwarf or the what the heck?
Yes, I know.
Wizard of Oz or whatever, and they kind of looked like
Munchkin.
Munchkin, yeah, kind of.
Yes, that and obviously the Jawas on Star.
Yeah.
So just imagine having the regular audio with a voiceover of Dinks throughout the entire 90 minutes of this movie.
Oh my gosh.
I honestly, I don't remember whose video I was watching, but they did a 7 things you didn't know about Spaceballs.
That's crazy. Yeah, I would not.
He brought this up, and in his video, he shows 5 minutes in, ding 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 ding. 20 minutes later, ding 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 ding. And he's already going crazy.
Oh man.
Fast forward again, and now we're at 60 minutes, and ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I couldn't do the whole thing. I would
that
just
would
be
probably be
annoying.
so annoying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
That is funny. That sounds like Mel Brooks. Let's do this for a special edition.
It totally does. Now, ironically, because of all the resurgence of Star Wars recently, the recent trilogy, there's been some rumblings on the web about really getting a sequel.
There was a bunch of rumors there for a while where it sounded like it might happen, people were thinking, and now it's really kind of quieted down again, it sounds like. So
well, I found out Rick Moranis, who has not said he would come out of his retirement, whatever you want to call it, to come back and do a Spaceballs sequel. But he did come up with a fantastic title if they do a sequel. Because we already know in the movie, Mel Brooks' Yogurt says, Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Rick Moranis' idea for the actual sequel, Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2.
That would be awesome. I love it already. That's so good.
So
it would be so cool.
Now, do you know who Chris Hardwick is?
Okay.
I will start with most recent stuff and work our way back and make your dad feel old.
Okay.
So, do you guys watch The Wall on NBC?
No.
Okay, I'm jumping right to the old stuff. You remember Singled Out on MTV?
No.
No.
Well, I didn't have cable when I was in high school. Growing up, we didn't have cable,
Ah.
so I.
Okay. So here's the premise of Singled Out, just so
It wasn't very often, so. I remember Singled Out, but I mean, I don't watch it very often, so I don't remember it that well.
Well, Chris was the host, and Jenny McCarthy, and later Carmen Electra were the co-hosts.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
So you do kind of remember Chris when he was.
Yeah, I remember that show. Yeah.
Okay.
I know who you're talking about.
So I want to say about 6, it could be 7 years ago.
Yeah.
The actual dark helmet went on auction.
Yeah.
And Chris is the one who won it.
Really? What did he pay for it?
He never said. And I can't blame him for not wanting to disclose that.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure it was obscene. So.
But he's had the fortunate luck to not only get Mel Brooks to sign it.
Yeah.
But he actually got Rick Moranis to sign it too.
That doesn't surprise me. I've heard Rick Moranis is just a great guy. Like all around, like everybody loves working with the guy and stuff. So
isn't he also from Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Good job, Luke.
Yeah.
The fact that she knows Rick from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
He's the one who plays Lord Helmet in Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Honey, I blew up or shrunk the kids. I am truly sorry. My internet connection here.
I thought I saw it was like on Disney Plus or something.
Apparently, my internet connection kind of sucks.
It's bad.
Yeah, you guys keep.
Yeah, you cut out every once in a while.
So this is gonna be.
Yeah, you do too, and we ignore it.
Did you ever watch Honey?
Well,
you're not the kids.
We have not.
Okay. How about the Little Shop of Horrors?
I have. I've seen all of them, but she hasn't yet. So.
I heard it was on Disney Plus.
You have a lot of great movies in your future.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I know. Oh, Rick Moranis actually was the one who came up with the idea when he puts the dark helmet down to do that deeper voice.
Yeah.
That was his idea.
Oh, that's cool.
So.
Golden Star.
I think Camera One's into him.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew. So when Lone Star and Barf jam the radar, the jam jar is actually strawberry when it hits.
But he says it's raspberry.
But then when Lord Helmet goes, he's like, raspberry. Only one man would dare to use raspberry. There's only one
man who would dare to give me the raspberry. Lone Star. And the camera one's into him.
Which raspberry sounds I mean, if he said strawberry, I don't think it sounds as good as raspberry, you know.
Well,
but the jar was strawberry when it hit, and he called it raspberry. So.
Well, look at Rick Moranis. He just looks like somebody who would have gotten a raspberry in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, I have caught that error.
Yeah.
So
it's quick too, though. I mean, like you don't notice it. It goes. The jar hits and busts so fast. No one, you don't really. You have to kind of pay attention.
If I'm not mistaken, it looks like a Smucker's jar.
Yeah, it does.
Because with a name like Smucker's, you know it has to be good. I'm sorry, you're too young to remember those commercials.
Yeah, well, now they skip all the commercials. You know, they hardly watch commercials. So
that's the weird part. My kids, because I basically raised them where they could just watch Netflix all the time.
Yeah.
When they watch regular programming and a commercial comes on, they're more excited about the commercial than the actual show. So So obviously we could go into a lot of great favorite scenes,
Yeah.
and some of them we can't really do justice without going above our PG
Right.
rating.
Yeah.
So
True.
obviously, Who Made This Man a Gunner is one of my favorites.
Yeah, ours too. He's a sir, I'm surrounded by
It's run by a-holes.
So, Lilu, what's one of your favorite scenes from the movie?
I think my most favorite scene is when they do the ludicrous speed part. I love that. And I also love the part where you like crash into that thing and like
buckle this. Ludicrous speed.
and he
Go.
crashes to wherever that thing is, and he's like, "Fine, how you doing? Good, sir." Um,
Let's
it's
take a
good
break.
had the helmet on. Yeah.
Yeah,
What should
that's
we
a
do
fantastic
after?
scene.
Oh,
Obviously,
stop.
they make a big kind of joke of Planet of the Apes at the end.
Oh yeah, at the end. Yeah.
I love the ludicrous speed part. That's like my most favorite scene of all time in Spaceballs.
Luke, what's one of your favorite scenes or lines?
So that I already kind of said mine. One of my favorites. Well, he like when he goes, "What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken." Yeah. And then he goes,
Prepare for ludicrous speed.
buckle this. Ludicrous speed, go. And then he's like, "What have I done?"
Stop this thing! We can't stop. It's too dangerous.
That
We
whole
have to
scene
slow
cracks
down
me up.
first.
And then when Barf and Lone Star are like, "It's Baseball 1. They've gone
to
plaid."
What the heck was that?
That scene gets
Baseball
me every
1.
time.
They gone to plaid.
Interesting, if you did notice, what is Barf eating when we first get introduced to him?
Ice cream.
No, yeah, oh yeah, he's got that big bucket of ice cream he's eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he
It's like
switches over to the dog bones or whatever.
Like the what were they called? It was like dog treat bones or whatever.
Milk bones.
Milk.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Milk bones. I think that's what I call, right?
You know what's funny to Prince Valium? As a kid, I didn't understand that reference at all. But then as an adult, I'm like, oh, okay. They call him Prince Valium.
Hello. Where have you been? Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh. Just wait until we do another Mel Brooks movie.
Oh man. I don't know if you could even do Blazing Saddles.
It's baseball too.
There is a great meme about the clean version of Blazing Saddles will be airing tonight from 8 o'clock until 8:07.
Yeah. That's about the truth.
I take it you have not shown her Blazing Saddles yet.
We actually started watching it, and then she went to bed. So
I don't remember anything.
We haven't. We own it. Don't worry.
It's called.
I was kind of thinking if we do another one, maybe we'll do Young Frankenstein.
God, I haven't seen that in a long time.
I've never seen that at all.
Yeah, I haven't probably seen it in maybe 20 years almost. It's been that long. Yeah.
I gotta admit, I just picked up Blazing Saddles recently just because it was on sale on Vudu.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought it recently too again because I had lost my copy and I was like, "Ooh, Blazing Saddles!"
For $7, you just couldn't go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Don, what's your favorite scene from the movie? Man, it's hard to pick one.
I know it's hard to pick one. You know, I always get a kick when we get the king finally reveal the code.
Yeah.
Oh!
Dude.
It's like that's That's the dumbest code ever.
That's what an idiot would use on his luggage.
Yeah.
That sounds like the numbers from someone's suitcase or whatever.
Yeah. And then that one, what's his name? President Scroob or
Scroob.
whatever. Change my luggage code.
And make sure you change my luggage code.
Yeah.
I also thought it was funny how they referenced, after she shoots all them guards, that was pretty good for Rambo. I was like, oh, okay, there's a nice pop culture reference for the time,
Oh, yeah. Well,
Rambo.
not only that, didn't they also say Rocky?
There.
Faust.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because at that point, we didn't quite have Rocky 5 yet.
No, but it felt like every few years they were going to make him the Rocky. Now there's how many Rockies?
5.
I mean, if you count the Creed movies too, technically.
Okay, so there's 6 Rocky movies, 2 Creeds. There is a third one on the horizon. And there is a potential another Rocky spin-off on the horizon too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I mean, yeah.
And honestly, I think at this point we had a good story arc for the overall Rocky character, and then we got bonus frosting on the cake with Creed.
Yeah.
I don't think we really need any additional one.
No, and the Creed movies have been really good. I've enjoyed that. So.
Oh yeah, the third Creed movie, Michael B. Jordan will actually be starring and directing in.
Oh, that's cool.
But
really cool.
Sly is not in it.
Oh, he's not? That's
so.
Do you think they're gonna kill him off?
I don't think so. Not officially yet.
Yeah.
Because Sly is talking about this extra Rocky movie where he's basically training somebody else.
Huh.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
I was pleasantly surprised when I heard we were going to get another Rambo movie.
Yeah.
And it was good. I think the last one was better than the very last one.
Yeah. I mean, it got kind of dark there, but I mean, it was still good. I enjoyed it. I like the Rambo movie. She has obviously not got to watch that because it's a little bit violent, but yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you could probably get away with watching the original 3.
Yeah.
They're violent, but they're 80s violent.
Yeah, exactly. They're 80s violent. Yeah. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. They're 80s violent.
Remember the old joke about the A-Team TV show, right?
Well, I know a lot of them, but what joke? Which one? The fact that no one ever got killed?
It's not really a joke, but if you pay attention, they're shooting 1 million bullets on the A-Team.
No one ever gets killed.
Nobody ever gets killed.
Yeah. That's the one I thought you were going for, is no one ever actually gets killed. They get blown up and flipped over and fall everywhere, but no one ever really gets killed. So
at least not as graphically killed as they do in Rambo.
Right. Yeah.
Because that one, took it to a whole new level.
Well, unfortunately, we lived in a time where we could rent those movies and not, get stopped from renting them and stuff, at the local Blockbuster and stuff. A lot of times. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just like, there's a movie to watch, documentary called The Last Blockbuster. You will love it.
Okay, our connection stinks right now because you just digitized there. So you were saying the documentary, The Last Blockbuster?
The last Blockbuster. Yeah, it's really good. It's totally nostalgic. You'll love it. There's a lot of, like Kevin Smith's in it. And it just references a lot of it. It totally brings back all those memories from the 80s and 90s.
Oh, absolutely. So, I know the movie. I haven't watched it yet, but yes.
Definitely check it out.
So, but just all the fun things that he was able to do with the space opera genre in itself.
Oh, I mean, right at the beginning when they show the typical Star Wars scene and the ships going over where it's like, okay, is it ever gonna end? I mean, right then I think it grabs you and it's just like, okay, this is gonna be great.
That model that they were using there
Yeah.
was actually made by the same model master who did Empire and Return of the Jedi.
That doesn't surprise me because it looks like a Star Wars model. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And then, we obviously had to throw out the two Transformer references in this movie.
Oh yeah.
The fact that
Maid.
Spaceballs won
It's a Transformer.
Mega Maid.
Yeah.
Now, if you look really closely when we get Yogurt doing the merchandise extravaganza, Spaceballs in the coloring book. That's obviously a Transformers coloring book with Optimus Prime. And if you look next to it, that lunchbox is also a Transformers lunchbox.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So obviously the prop master just got tired and just said,
yeah,
Spaceballs.
It's funny, like the whole Wizard of Oz thing with Yogurt and stuff too. It just that whole he used so many cool references to grab young and old audiences then. Still people, I mean, even now you watch it and look, my daughter here, she's 14, enjoys the heck out of Spaceballs, so
now
it's a classic.
I do have to point out part of the reason we didn't get our panel from the last couple movies is Mo is one of those weird Star Wars fans who has not seen Spaceballs.
It just blows my mind.
Now, Lucy wanted to join us, but unfortunately, due to scheduling conflict, she was unable to join us this evening. So, did we all freeze again?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. So, overall, nobody does it better than Mel.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
And obviously, chances are we're not going to get many more Mel Brooks movies at this point.
I don't think so either. It would be so cool if he could do Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2. That would be awesome.
That would be freaking awesome. Obviously, we would have to find a new Barf, unfortunately.
Yeah, because like the actor of it is like dead, right?
Or Mel's smart enough, he could figure out something to like Barf's son or something,
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe like a dollar.
Yeah.
Barf Jr. I don't.
Yeah, who knows? Or it would just be cool to get another Mel Brooks film, period. No matter what it is, it would be just.
The funny thing is how many other movies we have in our just overall knowledge base because he produced them.
Right.
Because he produced some amazing dramatic movies. And unless you actually look close, you wouldn't even catch that it was a Mel Brooks production.
For example,
I'm trying to remember one off the top of my head, so I'm going to cheat right now.
Yeah, cheat because I'm drawing a blank. And don't say like The Notebook.
God, I hope not. Okay. I know there's more movies than what is showing right here.
He's 94 right now. I didn't realize that. So
how about The Fly?
What?
The Fly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The remake with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
And the sequel, The Fly 2.
Huh.
Solar Babies.
Wait, he's in Hotel Transylvania.
the dad.
For Dracula?
Yeah, he plays the
Dracula.
grandfather. Or the voice
Grandpa,
is the
Drax dad.
grandfather.
Oh,
Both
it's a
dead.
grandpa.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Grandpa Flat or whatever his name is.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize he was 94. Holy cow.
Shit, that's old.
I thought it was even older than that.
Yeah, it says he was 90, born in 1926.
Sure. Dang, done.
Yeah, let's see here. June 28th, 1926. So he'll be 95 here shortly.
Wow. Just wow.
So how about the remake of The Little Rascals?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
The
I didn't
Elephant
know that was him. What's that?
The Elephant Man.
Huh.
You know, he did create the original Get Smart TV show.
Right. Yeah. Then he did the remake too, didn't he?
He was in, yeah, he's getting credit for that.
Yeah.
Thanks to him, it looks like we have like Who's Talking.
Right.
So
very, very talented.
It will be a very sad, sad day when we do lose Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
I was going to mention this. You know, part of the reason Chris was able to get the autographs of Mel is because he's good friends with Max Brooks, Mel's son.
Yeah.
And you might recognize his name from a little zombie apocalypse movie called World War Z.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one who wrote that book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So,
you know, they were going to make a sequel of that and then they bagged it, I guess.
Yes, I have heard that.
Yeah.
So, now there were rumors that the Planet of the Apes scene at the end, that one of the apes was being voiced by Michael York, which I can't even think of anything that you would actually recognize him from other than maybe Austin Powers. And,
oh, okay.
But he was in Logan's Run. He was the original D'Artagnan in like 4 different
Oh, yeah. I know who
Musketeer
you're
movies.
talking about. Yeah.
So
Powers. And, yeah, I know. We looked him up real quick. Yeah, I remember. I know Michael York.
How old is he?
But
70.
he has apparently
He looks young.
that wasn't him doing the voices. So,
Oh, really?
just in case anybody wants to contradict that.
Yeah, I'm looking for it in his thing, and I don't see that one. But yeah,
So
actor.
overall, do you know how much this movie cost to make?
Millions.
Hang on. Let me think here. $20 million.
50 million.
Your dad's right. I gave the math equation away earlier.
Yeah, I know. That's, you said $5 million is a quarter of the production, so I was like, okay, let me do the math real quick. So yeah, he gave us the hint earlier. I just remembered. That's all.
I don't remember that.
He said $5 million in special effects. It was a quarter of the film's production, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
5 times 4 is 20 million.
Oh.
So the movie technically tanked because it only got a revenue of $38 million.
Sure.
So it doubled its cost, but that's not good enough in 1987.
Right.
So,
but you know, I mean, it's one of those classics though, where they're still got to be making money off of it because
yeah, like so many of Mel Brooks's movies, it falls into cult-like status.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Absolutely, I agree.
So you either really love all of Mel's movies, you like some of them but not others,
Well,
or you just hate them all.
For us, if we see Spaceballs is on TV, we're putting it on and we're watching it. And next thing you know, we're watching the whole thing, and sitting there quoting it and laughing our butts off. So, yeah.
And sadly, as much as my youngest loves Star Wars, she's still a little too young, maturity level for me to actually try to watch the DVD or digital copy of this. But if it was on like TBS or something,
yeah,
I'd probably feel comfortable letting her sit and watch.
That's what I think. The first time Layla saw it here she was about 10, and it was on like TBS or something. But where she really started liking it is now when she turned 13, she started getting some of the jokes a little bit more. And I felt a little more okay with some of the language and stuff. And it was like, okay, you can watch the real thing. And she was dying. So
in one interview that I've watched, do you know what Mel Brooks' favorite scene from this movie is?
You there? Say it again.
Do you know what one of
You
Mel
froze.
Brooks' favorite scenes in this movie was?
No, what?
It was the beaming scene. When they all of a sudden he's
beaming
in
him and
the
he
room.
comes backwards, remember? He's like,
Yeah.
No one told me my butt was this big.
Oh.
He absolutely loved that whole gag.
Yeah, that was a great gag. Well, and he got to do it himself too, which is pretty cool. So
yeah. Well, he was doing triple duty on this.
Yeah.
Or
It was Mel Brooks
even more if you really want to get technical. Because he wrote, directed, produced.
Yeah. Well, he played
starring characters.
President Scroob, and then he was also Yogurt.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm shocked.
I don't think she realized that he was playing Yogurt. That's
I didn't know he was playing Yogurt
because he was all dressed up.
Yeah, but I thought he was. I'm pretty sure I knew that he was playing that president guy from Spaceballs.
Yeah, that's the same.
City.
That's the same actor, the same guy who made them. He made the whole movie. So learned something new today.
There you go. So overall, I hope everybody got a kick out of this.
I got one more that kills me every time. When he opens the scene, he's like, knock.
Oh.
No,
sir.
I didn't see you play with
the dolls again.
No, next time, knock.
That cracks me up every
Knock
time
next
too.
time, knock.
Yeah,
You
like
just
I said.
Sir, I didn't see you play with your dolls again. Good.
And you got to admit, those little action figure dolls, whatever you want to call them, really did look like Star Wars characters.
They look like the Star Wars toys, and the funny part about that is like I collect some Star Wars toys still, and
there's some in the
it's like it's making fun of us adults that collect some of those things. It was just great. I love it. It cracks me up to this day. So,
well, I've definitely enjoyed doing this, and I know Luke and I have some thoughts about what we're going to do next month already.
Absolutely.
So hopefully I can figure out how to improve my internet connection here so we don't have as many dropouts. But I hope everybody enjoyed this. Lilu, thank you for joining me. Luke, as always, thank you.
You're welcome.
We were glad to be here, Don. Thanks for having us again.
And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Sounds great.